Welcome to Real World AIP. I'm Stacey and today I am making sausage, AIP compliant breakfast sausage links. Jimmy Dean, look out. You don't need anise and you know, all kinds of seed-based spices and nightshades to make an awesome breakfast sausage link. And it also doesn't have to take a lot of time. No, I'm not whipping out any sausage casings and doing any of that. You don't need that either. That's too much work. Let's do it the easy way. I'm gonna take this 1 pound of ground beef. When I'm cooking, I find that about 1 teaspoon of salt per pound of meat is what I like. It might be too salty for some people, so start lower than that because I do like salt. You don't have to use fresh herbs. You can use dried herbs. It'll be great either way. The number one herb that you need to make a sausage that tastes like sausage is sage. I'm gonna be generous with it. I'm gonna chop it up too. And here's my chopped garlic, 1 garlic clove. I'm just gonna chop the sage up nice and fine. I'm also gonna add some fresh rosemary and fresh thyme. If you're using dried herbs, this is much easier. So basically I would go 1 teaspoon of sage, a 1/4 teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme, and a 1/4 teaspoon of rosemary, because it's pretty pungent. Oh, marjoram. We're gonna put some marjoram in there. And on that, I'd say we go a 1/2 to a full teaspoon of marjoram. You can use oregano. Anyway, so for fresh herbs, I have like this much of the mix. And for dried, you know, you can measure it in a teaspoon. We're just gonna chop this up. I'm gonna add that garlic right in there because it's all going to the same place. So now we're gonna take this fresh herb and garlic blend and put it right into the beef. Now, I have 2 secret ingredients that are gonna make this really taste like sausage. The first one is mace. You wanna go really easy on this. I'm gonna do 1/8 of a teaspoon. And then my other secret ingredient, it's not really a secret, but my other ingredient for making it taste like just like a delicious breakfast sausage link is fennel bulb. Now we can't have dried fennel on AIP elimination phase because it's a seed, but you can have dried fennel bulb. I don't have any of the fresh fennel bulb to show you. It's very easy to find in any grocery store for the most part. And definitely like a Whole Foods would have it. So I have a dehydrator. I sliced the fennel bulb thin. I put it in the dehydrator, dehydrated it, ground it in my little coffee grinder that I use for everything but coffee. And now I have dried fennel bulb, which has the flavor of the anise seed, and but it's AIP compliant. So I'm gonna put a teaspoon of this into the sausage. 1 teaspoon dried fennel bulb, or if you're using fresh, you could finely mince it or grate it, and I would use 2 tablespoons up to 1/4 of a cup. If you're grating it, then 2 tablespoons. If you're chopping it, 1/4 cup. Now you don't have to stop here. There's 2 other things you could add to your breakfast sausage links. The first is maple syrup. You could put a couple tablespoons of maple syrup in there. It's gonna help the meat brown. It's gonna give it a little sweetness, so it'll be great. I'm not gonna put it in my recipe. I don't like to eat a lot of sugar, even though it's just a tiny bit. I don't know, I don't need it, but it will make it taste really, really good. And then the other thing you can do is you can make these in the frying pan, and you can use a little bacon fat, like AIP compliant bacon fat, and that will kick it up a notch. But this is gonna be so good like this, I'm not even gonna bother with those steps. I'm just gonna cook them up just like this. So let me show you how I make the links. So I just mix it with my hands, like, you know, meatloaf style, old school Italian making the meatloaf. And then you just kind of roll it into a link. And it'll cook and it'll actually hold its shape. Just keep rolling them and putting them on the pan. Now, I am not batch cooking these because I don't normally eat sausage links for breakfast. Lately I've been eating my tortilla bread. I make avocado toast with it. I'm probably gonna eat these for dinner actually. But it's not something that I really feel the need to have. It's not like my head and liver beef, you know, it's not a staple. So I'm just gonna make 1 pound. So I'll have a little variety in there just to show you guys how I do it. If it was something that I knew I was gonna want always in the future that I ate a lot of, I would not be making 1 pound, I'd be making 4 pounds. So the 1 pound of beef made 8 sausage links. So if you want to weigh them out so they're all nice and all the same size, they would be 2 ounces each. Also, if you want to give it a little bit of a smoky flavor, you could sub the salt that we used with smoked salt. Just thought of that. Alright, so we're going to put this in the toaster oven, 450 degrees. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, so I'm going to keep track of that and I'll tell you how long it took. Oh, look at those. Now I flipped them after 15 minutes, and then I put them under the broiler for 3, and whew, perfect sausage links. If you miss breakfast foods, here you go. So there you have it. That's how you can make AIP compliant breakfast sausage that will have you thinking you must be eating something that's going to make you sick later. You ever get that feeling? I do. When I'm eating something that's really delicious, I'm like, is this really AIP? Am I eating something bad? I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I do put out videos every Thursday, sometimes bonuses on Sunday. So yeah, I hope to see you soon, and until then, be healthy.